Welcome back, Forex fans. It's Rob from eXplore here again with Old World, and we are continuing our playthrough where we just went through the basics the last time, and now we're going to go ahead and start doing some fun stuff, like, exploring the world and seeing what's going on. I do want to continue with maybe considering a family marriage to Sassanid, because I do want to, marry somebody and produce an heir. So let's go ahead and do that. So all I did was click on his portrait. I'm coming up here to family marriage, and I'm going to click on this one because that's the only family that we have currently in the empire right now. So we're going to go ahead and find somebody who's good to marry from the Sassanid family. Hopefully somebody that's good. We're going to come over here. We're going to harvest some silver, and that's going to give me another 64 gold, or 64 money, I should say. We're going to harvest ore here, and looks like we got some barbarians. I knew they would be here soon. And then we'll move up this way to kind of get away. Oh, there's actually some wheat right there. We'll go ahead and harvest that. And it'll allow us to gain some food. We'll move these guys. Actually, we'll leave them right there. We're going to leave them right there because the barbarians aren't doing anything just yet. I'm not going to stir them up just yet. So we're going to end our year. A new marriage proposal from Sassanid has arrived for King Cyrus the Founder. What is our answer? So we can choose between these two. So we have Ammistress of Persepolis, which is going to, she has 4 charisma, as you can see in the bottom here. She has 4 charisma, which will gain us 5 civics per turn, but she has very little discipline, which means that we will lose 6 gold per turn, or money per turn. And then we have Gorgia the Swift. So we have the ability to lose training rate per turn, but the wisdom, her wisdom increases our science production by 5 per turn. I actually don't mind losing a little bit of money at the expense of gaining more civics. So, I mean, maybe that'll be something we focus on in this game. So we're going to go ahead and marry Ammistress of Persepolis. Persepolis. God bless it. All right, so now this is our heir. I'm sorry, this is our queen. This is our spouse, and she will produce an heir, hopefully. And that will be here eventually. So, yay, we're married. Congratulations. We'll keep moving. We're going to take this. It looks like it's some marble. So we're going to go ahead and harvest the marble. And there's another barbarian horde up there. But here we go. Great. Our expedition comes upon a site that looks like the ceremonial capital of some ancient worlds. An altar centers the court, and 10 thrones sit on it. Raise the city. We could use a stone. Preserve the site and learn its history. We'll gain scholar. No longer hero. We'll gain scholar, which means I can unlock inquiry and capital, and I can also redraw text, as I had mentioned in the last episode. We can serve as a governor or ambassador, and we gain 3 wisdom, or we are stepping on a holy site, make an offering to the gods. We'll become pious, which allows for an additional discipline. We'll go ahead and see what that means if we come over here. Oh, sorry. Here, for leaders and governors, discipline increases gold, or money. So we'll gain additional 8 money per turn as a result. This will offset my wife. So let's go ahead and do that. We're stepping on a holy site. There we go. We'll offer some food and we'll move on. All right. Oh, it looks like they're attacking my scout. And I've given birth to my first daughter. Yay. So Princess Azarmidocht is my first daughter. Long live the princess. Alright, we'll come over here and we'll grab some of the citrus. There's a lot of barbarians around. I'll have to keep an eye on them for sure. And then we have our first settler. Alright, so something that's really important about this is to have a connection to your capital. So you either can do that by making sure that you settle on a river, which we're going to in this case, or you have to build a road between your capital and your new cities. So in this case, it's going to be pretty easy for us to go ahead and just bring this settler down here to this city site, and it'll stay along this river. All right, so our princess was born, and we trained a new settler, and our farm was finished. All right, so something we'll need to figure out is if we're going to, as I was saying, when we gain citizens, we have them work the fields and work the various improvements that we create through our worker. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and use that first citizen to work the farms here. All right, so that'll take 8 turns after we develop the festival to have them become a farmer. And then we'll bring you to perhaps the camp, which will increase our growth. We can gain iron per turn. We can gain orders per turn with the Persia benefit. So let's go ahead and do that and build a pasture here and gain those orders per turn. And we'll bring you down this way and we'll bring it over to the city site as soon as possible. All right, so we come here and now we have the opportunity to consider what family we're going to found this city with. So we already found one with the Sassanid family, and we could do that again if we wanted to. The Sassanid family could actually be a second family, but it says it skipped founding family seat. So if we do this, we'll actually lose legitimacy. All right, so we want to find another family to found this city with, and I think the Achaemenid family is going to be the best one with the additional gold, and we also gain civics from the luxuries. So if we have that wine up there, which we are definitely going to be after here in a little bit, we'll gain more civics. And civics definitely seem to be where we're like strong in right now, because a lot of our characteristics and stuff are improving our civics. So I think that's a good one. So we're going to go ahead and do the Achaemenid family. And as you can see, they're different. Although our border colors are the same, the like dots and stuff are different to kind of help you understand which family owns which city. So in this case, the Achaemenid family is the light blue. All right, so last turn we sold 5 orders for 47 gold. All right, and we actually had the merchant Baridia join our court, who's going to be able to tutor our children, and in this case, eventually tutor Princess Azar. I'm going to call her Azar for short. Much easier than saying Azar Midocht. Yeah. All right, so let's come over. We'll take the citrus over here, and we might even be able to do the horses. Yeah. So they have to be within a certain distance. I'm not quite sure the exact distance, but they have to be somewhat close to a city in order to harvest things. So like if I was like way out away from my cities, I wouldn't be able to harvest something. But since I'm still pretty close, I can harvest it. And they do come back, right? So like eventually this will be something I can harvest again. Let's go, when we get a chance, we'll head over to this gold and harvest the gold. Choose our production here. We're going to choose... what should we choose? Maybe we do a worker. I think we do a worker first, okay? And then we might want to do the festival here as well. But we'd like to till the land a bit, right? Create a better place for us. So here is okay, there we go. So here's where we choose our ambition, and this is how you win the game. So for every ambition that you actually accomplish, you will gain a point. And that's how you eventually gain enough victory points to win the game. So here we have control 6 festivals, which is divided by the Sassanid writers, or we discover 6 texts, lordy, desired by the Achaemenid statesmen. So I'm going to do the 6 texts because that's something we're going to do anyways. Control 6 festivals would mean that we'd need 6 different cities right now, and that doesn't feel like something that I can accomplish right now. All right. We'll come back up here. I believe that's a barley farm, so we can come over here and harvest the barley. And then we'll come back this way to get to the gold over here. All right, your heart swells with joy as you gaze down upon your newborn son, Duke Yazdegerd. I'm going to call him Yaz. Duke Yaz. This is a momentous occasion. How should we celebrate the royal birth? We can collect gifts from the noble families, and that'll gain us 280 money. We can send commemorative coins to all nobles, which would lose money, but the opinions of the families increase. Or we can present the baby to an adoring public, which will gain us 10 culture and also gain us 2 legitimacy, which will gain us some orders. So I'm going to do the last one, present the baby to an adoring public. So there we go. Now we have a little bit more. We're going to be gaining each turn, which is great. And then, of course, we gained the culture here at Persepolis. I wish I knew how to pronounce that. Oh, man. All right, so let's choose research. We have shrine improvements, which is good for our culture. We have barracks, which is good for... It spreads our borders, and we can also train our units. And then We have rhetoric, which will allow for forms, epics, and explorations, which are both laws. Epics and explorations are laws. And then form 1's a project. But you know what we'll do? We're going to go ahead and take the shrine improvements, because that is good. I like the idea of improving our culture. Alright, so we've built the pasture here. We'll move over to maybe building a camp. What would be a camp? So a camp would gain us +1 growth and +5 food. We can come up here and remove trees to gain some lumber. Or we'll come over here to build another farm. Actually, let's build a mine, because we could use some mine. We're going to need some of that iron later. So we'll go ahead and build a mine here. And then with him, I'm going to bring him over here to the gold and have him harvest the gold. And look, alright, so we can now reharvest this wine here so we can increase our culture as well. Alright, so we'll go back over here and grab that wine again. And we should be really close to... Yeah, we're just 2.3 culture away from gaining a culture level, so that's great. Alright, we'll bring him over here. We'll start exploring this way. Alright, a chilly distance seems to be set to separate you from your wife, Amestris, and it only grows colder. She has asked for time in your busy schedule to be together to rekindle the passion. How shall we answer? There is no time for personal desires. I don't know what the benefit of that would be, because it would just increase her opinion of me. She's important, let's make it happen. So the offset is that we have to use orders and we have to pay gold. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It's better that way. Trust me. Happy wife, happy life. Alright, so let's go over here. There's some gems. And we will take those here in a second once we can. The Hanging Gardens, completed by Persia. Alright. So that actually gives me a point too. So as you can see down the up the upper left, the first of us to reach 31 points is going to win the game. And by completing a wonder, we actually gained a point. And we're also gaining points from our cities as well. So legendary cities, which is something that you'll gain from building your culture up high enough, they increase that point system, or the amount of points you have as well. So it's important to get very strong cities. And look at you. These guys, I believe, are coming after me. Those little bastards. Alright, so let's go ahead and build a farm here. Get away from the barbarian hordes there. And we'll take this camp here as well. We'll cut the trees. I believe that I can still do camp after I cut the trees. And then great, so we can actually build here. So we'll build a pasture because I believe... actually, we'll build a farm over here on the wheat here. So there we go. We'll harvest some gems. Alright. The Zagros Mountains. Looks like it's a bit of a mountainous area there. Alright, we'll have to keep an eye on what these barbarians are up to. Scavengers. Alright, wishing to do their part in the fate of Persepolis, eager citizens have offered to journey out into the wilderness and scavenge for food. How shall we respond? Venture forth and support, or you are not needed now. We could gain 7 orders, but we could also gain 80 food. And honestly, I'm not really worried about food right now, so I like the idea of gaining some more orders. Alright, we're going to have a decision to make on the Hanging Gardens here in a second, but let's move him first. Move over here and harvest the citrus, and then we will do something about this. Alright. So, just finished the Hanging Gardens. Look at that. It's a very pretty painting. I love that. Add store legitimacy. +2. Very good. So, we have plus 2.4 legitimacy. Why is -3 from construction? Okay, it must be we're losing legitimacy from constructing stuff here. That would be a surprise to me. As you can hear, the music has started to kick in. It only kicks in after a few turns, which I think is pretty cool. It's like your civilization's only like civilized enough to create music after a few turns, which I don't know, it's a nice little touch. Alright. So we'll go ahead and end this year. Yep, I knew they were going to come up here. So here's something that I spoke of earlier, and that you have the chance here for a food boost. I don't need a food boost right now, but had I needed it, maybe this would be a good choice right now. Otherwise, you could also get a unit or something. In fact, after I do this, I might be provided with the opportunity to gain a chariot. And I honestly think I might go with this because I really, or slavery would be a good one, because I really think that, the idea of gaining more orders is a good thing, but I also don't like the idea of increasing discontent. Let's go to chariot, because I have a feeling we're going to need to take out these guys here up here. So, land dispute. So the Achaemenid and Sassanid families have engaged in a heated land dispute. The Achaemenids claim that they have an ancestral right to a particularly productive Sassanid estate, but the Sassanids deny the claims. What should we take? Whose side should we take? We must respect the Achaemenids' ancestral claim. So let's come here and look and see how they feel about me right now. So if we do this, then the Achaemenids like us more and the Sassanids don't. The Sassanids have made the land their own. Vice versa, do nothing but watch for developments. I've seen that go really awry, so I don't want to do that. And this land belongs to me, which decreases their opinions of me on both sides. Man. You know, the thing is that the Sassanids have my capital city. I'm going to go ahead and say that they have made that land their own. Alright, so as you can see, it's made the Achaemenids a little bit less favorable with me, but we're still only in the cautious territory, right? But they will remember this. See, it says down there, -40 sided against us in land dispute. And they also gain -20 from their disloyalty. But they want olives. Is there any olives nearby? I don't see any olives. They're upset that they don't have olives. And they want dyes. So what we'll do is we'll probably bring this guy up here to, I think requires land consolidation. I don't have land consolidation yet. Alright, so 11 orders have been sold for 87 gold. Discovered divination, and yeah, we chose that. That's what we chose. Wow, there are just a lot of barbarians around here. Alright, we'll come up here and see what's going on up this way. Endear? Alright, a group of veteran slingers have emerged from battle, bloodied but victorious. They attribute their success to the shipments of bodkin arrows recently delivered to their camp. This unit is eager to continue to fight, wishing to honor the court with its skills. For what purpose shall we train these skilled soldiers? We can give them deadlier shots. Sniping is going to add 20% to their damage. Greater range, which means, yeah, an additional 1 range, or ignore distance, which is going to give them eagle eye, and ignores a distance modifier. They are worthy of every promotion. Would have been cool if I had commander as my thing. Give all 3 of them. Let's go ahead and do greater range. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I just meant to select the slingers here. And see if we can actually attack. Nope, we can't attack from there. But maybe perhaps we can attack from here. I believe we can. There we go. Alright, so attack them from there. We could promote them with enough of this training rate. It's going to cost 90 training rate the first time, and it's a really good thing to invest in, I promise you. Strong units. There's not many units in this game, so the stronger they are, the better off you're going to be. So let's go ahead and build a shrine, but we can do the shrine of Anahita, 2 culture and 10 gold, or 5 culture from Tishtria. We're going to come up here and do this one. I like just getting the culture. We don't need gold quite as much right now. We're doing pretty well with gold. Alright. And you can come down to here. Look, we'll do this one too. We can gain plus 0.5 orders per turn with the Shrine of Mithra. So we'll do that as well. Alright, so we can do this. We can actually build a mine here and generate some gems. We'll do that on the luxury. And we'll come back up here. Yes, we can do this. We can harvest some wine. Very good. Alright. And you will have to wait a turn, unfortunately. So go ahead and pass this one turn. And you will pass with the spacebar as well. Alright. Yeah, I had a feeling those things are going to come for me. Alright, yeah, like some of the animations aren't there, clearly, because this is pre-beta, or pre-early access and beta. So, removes trees. What do I need? I need Oh, I need 40 stone to be able to do this. So let's go ahead and buy some stone. We can shift to buy in sets of 10. And there we go. We can now do the Shrine of Tistra. It looks like we're going to need an additional 40 stone. So we'll do this. Buy some more stone. And, oh, no. Oh, look, we could actually build the Apadana. That's cool, but we'll need 600 stone. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So, the Shrine of Mithra, we'll go with that. Wine needs time to be harvested again. Oh, yes, of course. It's harvested from the last turn. Then we'll harvest this wine. And we'll come up this way. Okay, there's nothing to see over here, it doesn't look like. Oh, we've met the Danes. She says the Danes will not quarrel with your people if you agree to leave them alone. What do you say? We do not wish to quarrel, so we will leave them alone. Alright, next unit. We'll move back one turn and hit you from there. Very good. Alright, we'll come over here and see what's to be found over this way. Leaving the Danes alone. We're going to attack and kill these guys. Very good. And then we can promote them. No, we can't. Forgot. We need to have our orders. Alright, so there we go. End our turn. Time passes quickly. You still remember the birth of Princess Azar, but she is growing up fast and eager to learn. Would you like to educate Princess Azar? Yes, of course I would. So I do have the tutor. He's upset with me, unfortunately. Which means he may not be as great as a tutor as I'd like him to be. But she could be a commerce student, and he could tutor her eventually. And remember, she's my heir. She's my true heir. So when I die, she's going to take over for me. So it'll be Queen Azar Madocht here in a little bit. Hopefully not too quickly. I don't want to die yet. Alright, we'll come up here and let's see if we can hit him from there. Nope, can't do that. So we'll hit him from here. Yes, we will. Alright. And after our farmer, we're going to go ahead and grab a warrior. And we could speed these up depending on what kind of persons we have. In this case, hurry farmer, we don't need to because it's only one turn. But we could use training rate to do it if we had zealot. We don't have zealot as a trait. We could use the gold to do it, but we don't have a patron's. Requires a patron seat or an oligarch seat. We don't have those either. And then finally we could use a citizen, basically, which requires a commander. Basically just like work somebody to death. And that's not a trait we have either. So we're going to go ahead and send somebody here after that. It looks like they don't have the art for that just yet. And we will continue on cheese production at Susa. Alright, we're going to make a farmer here. That'd be great. And then we'll probably want to build a warrior down here as well. And we'll end our year. You have made contact with the Assyrians. What is our demeanor as you approach them? Humble. You speak little of your own people, asking many questions, and that'll gain 40 opinion. Friendly. You trade news about your people for information about theirs. It gains 30 opinion. And it could lead. All these can lead to future events, as you can see in the lower portion of that with the yellow writing. And then finally, prideful. You boast about your nation's strength, leaving them little chance to speak. I'm gonna go with friendly. Friendly's good. Oh, they weren't even that far away from me. Wow, they're like right up here. That might prove problematic. All right, so we've met Assyria. Our slinger was attacked. We sold 9 orders. Mine's finished. Yes, there. Dear father, we have received an update from your daughter in training. Her skills in commerce have improved dramatically. However, funds are needed to continue this excellent education. Do you approve the release of additional funds? We could say no, and then she no longer is a commerce student. Or we send the funds and she'll continue her training. We're going to do that. We have plenty of funds. So our next unit will finish up this turn, and I believe it'll be time to call it an episode. So we'll take the Shrine of Attar here, and then looks like we'll still need more of this. We're not really producing much in the way of stone, so we're going to need to gain some quarries. We're going to need to put some people at this quarry quickly. So let's go ahead and build more, or I'm sorry, buy more of this. Do it a couple more times. There we go. And which one was it that we were going to buy or build? The Shrine of Attar here. All right, there we go. And we'll move you. All right, the Vandals. Now is the time to strike. We could gain 2 legitimacy from it, but I don't want to. I don't want to start a war I can't stop. I can't finish. So we'll just move away and keep going. All right, there's an ancient ruin, and that'll be where we end this episode. So stay tuned for episode 3 as I come back, and we'll continue to explore this game, continue to look at it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments below. And also, don't forget that a like and a subscribe really means a lot to us, and it helps me, you know, feel encouraged to do more of these. So keep them coming, please. And until then, thanks. This was Rob from eXplore. Keep it